next guest took up what many saw was the unenviable task of becoming the first woman Secretary General of World Football's governing body, FIFA, at what was, I think it's fair to say, the most turbulent time in its history. She has been integral to putting on the tournament and everything that has played out over the last few weeks. Please welcome a lady who I have been lucky enough to follow her career, speak to her a number of times since she's been involved with World Football's governing body, Fatma Samoura. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Have a seat.
Wow.
It's not bad, is it?
It's very good.
And, I mean, the last time you and I were here in this room together was a pretty exciting moment, wasn't it, for the draw?
Indeed.
A lot has happened since then. What have you made of how it has played out so far?
Well, I think we can just say that we have taken definitely this tournament beyond greatness. When 3 years ago, New Zealand and Australia were awarded this tournament, we were thinking, okay, wow, it's going to be very far from anything else. It's going to be played during non-prime time. And we have set still the expectation very high. But we have 4 days to go, 4 games to go, yeah. And we have exceeded all expectations. All of them. And I remember the last press conference that the president, Gianni Infantino, and I had at the Park Hyatt Hotel. His last words was, New Zealand seized this opportunity and you have responded massively. So thank you for having been to all the games and really for having made this tournament one of the best, the most inclusive, the most colorful, the most spectacular, the most thrilling, and the most unexpected one. Thank you.
There has been some incredible football. There has been shocks, there's been unpredictability. What do you think it says about where we are in terms of the development of the game? Because there were a few critics, weren't there? The relatively quick expansion from 24 to 32 teams.
Yes, there was a lot of skepticism when we took the decision to expand this World Cup from 24 to 32 teams. And definitely the powerhouses were really fearing that the quality of the game would be diluted by expanding it. But look what happened. You got a country like Colombia, its third World Cup, defeating Germany. Korea kicked out the US. I'm sorry.
I'm English. I may work for a US channel, but I'm very much claiming the English.
I think I ruined all my chances. You have countries like Morocco, debutants, making it to the round of 16. Yeah. You have Jamaica. Jamaica, reggae girls. Bravo! So for us, it means that it was a right moment to expand it because it was done at a moment where also the world was embracing women's football, where countries conservative like mine or like Saudi are creating their own professional women's team, and really where we saw that the quality on the pitch, you could not guess whether it was boys or girls. It's just football. And this is really something that I was repeating people without really believing in it, that maybe by the next World Cup in 2027, we're not going to talk about the prize money because broadcasters will finally realize that definitely this tournament needs to be supported. And
but
it's
why
a win-win business.
Why has FIFA, you brought up prize money, I wasn't going to go there just yet, why has FIFA not equalised the prize money already?
Well, first we have to put the things into context. The Women's World Cup started in 91, 61 years after the Men's World Cup. When the new leadership of FIFA took over in 2016, the Women's World Cup right was bundled with the Men's World Cup, meaning there was nothing we could do to separate the commercial strategy from the Men's World Cup. It took us 4 years to decide it was time to sell this Women's World Cup as a standalone country. And still 20 days before the kickoff, 5 of the biggest women's football nations were still not ready to pay the right price. But I think with the audiences that have been exceeding all audiences in the world in terms of sport, I'm not even talking about football.
But does FIFA not have the ability to just equalize?
Well, people are saying you have a reserve of 3 billion, why don't you use it? But if it was not because we had this reserve, we would never been able to put $1.5 billion to salvage football when there was COVID. To me, we need a sustainable solution. Using the reserve is not a sustainable solution. We need this competition to be recognized at its real value and make sure that we can equalize the prize money. We need to make it sustainable. Using the reserve is definitely not a solution, because anything can happen, and then what do you do?
Will it be sustainable by the next tournament?
Well, already for this World Cup, it's going to be the first time that we will be breaking even, which is extraordinary. It's $500 million. In France, it was still the Men's World Cup that was supporting the Women's World Cup. And any additional investment that we got from the sponsor, we're going to reinvest it in the game. And definitely, Gianni has made it very clear, we want the discussion about the prize money to be out. Mm-hmm. We want the girls, when they come to the country, that their main focus be on the pitch and winning their games and nothing else. And I think we are close to that. But once again, we need the supporters, we need the sponsors, we need the broadcasters. Alone, we cannot do it.
There is so much I want to talk to you about, but we are running out of time. You are coming to the end of your tenure at FIFA. How will you reflect as somebody who came in from the United Nations, not scared of a fight, a dispute? I know you went into war zones. You then came into, I don't know how you would describe FIFA when you came into it as an organization.
I'm going to just give you the description that emerged from the first survey that I launched 2 weeks upon my arrival. The simple question that I asked to 3,000 people, randomly selected, was, if FIFA was a human being, how would you describe that person? And guess what? The response was very bad.
Are there any words you can repeat on stage?
They said, literally, FIFA is a middle-aged European man, as a woman, wearing black suits, driving a black limousine, and stealing money. That was it.
And now?
So when I joined, my aim was to turn a toxic brand with whom nobody wanted to be associated to something that has a high reputation. I think by having me in this platform after 7 years means that we have done some good job.
Fatma Samoura, a pleasure to speak to you as always. We look forward to hearing what more you've got to say later as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you.